Hey, good evening to you all, and we welcome you to Presbyterian Park for tonight's game between the New Ohio Debonairs and the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, the third of the series. My name is Steve Chuckroast. This is KDKA, Pittsburgh Radio, and we've got Presbyterian baseball for you as the third place Pittsburgh Presbyterians take on the last place New Ohio Debonairs, but to be honest with you, the Presbyterians have had a little bit more trouble than one would expect from the team that is in last place in the Continental League. But nonetheless, we are going to be soldiering on, hoping for a series win here at home for the Presbyterians, and we're going to go ahead and see what is going to happen as. On the mound today is going to be Debonairs for pitching for the Presbyterians. Looking forward to seeing what he can do, how he can help out. He's been a strong for being the eighth in the rotation. Oh, sorry, the last in the rotation. Fourth in the rotation. He's been quite the pitcher. So we're gonna see what we can see tonight as we head down to our public address announcer and we get ourselves going with tonight's game. Good evening to you all, and welcome to Presbyterian Park here in beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for tonight's game between the New Ohio Debonairs and the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. At this time, allow me to introduce the starting lineup and batting order. First of the visiting New Ohio Debonairs. Batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Harry Tarkey. Batting second, the first baseman, number 3, Dollop O'Daisy. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Lively Cartwheeling. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 20, Turf Tamber. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 16, Joe Nelly. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 24, Dimples Bugby. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 14, Ghost Hill Down. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 12, Benjamin Lordhouse. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the New Ohio Debonairs, number 11, Catfish Hunter. And at this time, we would like to invite you all to get on your feet and welcome the starting lineup and batting order for your home team, Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Batting first, the left fielder, number 27, Walt Booper. Batting second, the right fielder, number 7, Condom Funnel. Batting third, the shortstop, number 15, Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 14, Jim Bobway. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 16, Pope Lactavius III. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 25, Lavender Sandalbags. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 8, Froth Loins. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 4, Drew Mess. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, number 10, Debonairs. Well, indeed, we're going to see quite the day, as quite the game today, as Debonairs taking the mound. for the Presbyterians. Lunis, a strong pitching specimen for the Presbyterians. He has been able to record some very strong performances, and that's going to be starting things off with a double. That's going to get past the third baseman. And Lactavius misses that one, so it's a double for Hooper. Here is Dollop O'Daisy. And he's going to be safe at first. And it is not going well to start things off for the Presbyterians. That should at least be a fancy Dan. One will score, but a fancy Dan to just get things sort of righted out here. And you can tell, you can just get the feeling that this is trying to rile up the crowd and rile up the, Hunis is trying to rile up his team. The last thing they wanted to do as they walk turf timber, this is most certainly not the start that the Presbyterians wanted, as they're going to put runners on the corners with 2 outs. And here is Dimples Bugbee. Bugbee is the catcher, and he's going to, that's going to be a fair ball, and easily played by Zimbabwe. He's going to step on the base and record the first out, or the third out. So 1 error already for the Presbyterians. That did not help that bit of a run. Welch Booper's going to start things off. And that will be an easy out played. And on the mound is Catfish Hunter. Has not been not had the best of times. He struck out 16 in 6 games, but his record shows 1-5. And his ERA 4.73. So again, just not had the support of his batsman. But certainly has not been doing himself any favors. And that's going to be a huge line drive to keep the inning alive for the Presbyterians. A double, a stand-up double from Jimmy Soup Cutlets. A bit higher in the batting order with Chud Tater on the bench tonight, usually in the second spot, and moving things around. Lactavius III has dropped down a bit into the batting order, just experimenting a bit in this third game of the series. It's always good to see the managers do that, and that's going to be right out to the center fielder, Harry Tarcake. So 1 hit, it's 1-0 after 1, and Ghost Hill down. The shortstop, 7th in the batting order, will start things off here in the second, facing Tuba Hunis. And that's going to be fair, getting right past the glove of Zimbabwe, who sort of falls over to his side. Not a very mobile first baseman, but he is very reliable and a good batter as well. Glenjamin Lardhouse getting a start today. Lardhouse, not used to, I don't usually see him all the time. He's only got 43 plate appearances for the team, but he's batting .256. 1-1, and Lactavius going for the fancy Dan to sandbag Zimbabwe. Fancy Dan, double play. Brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Try their assortment of styling salves, pomades, shampoos, and gelatin base hair styling products. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan. And that's going to be a strikeout of Catfish Hunter to bring the New Ohio Debonairs inning to an end. Bottom of the second. Here is Catfish Hunter facing Pope Lactavius III, 5th in the lineup. A bit later for Lactavius. He's had a bit of a struggle as of late. Hasn't really been performing as he normally does. Batting .290, which again, cannot complain about that too much. But it's just been a bit on the slide, and he's going to get things right with a big home run to Industry, landing in the lawn in center field. To Industry for the Presbyterians. courtesy of Pope Lactavius III, his third home run of the season, and it comes up now to Lavender Sandalbag. Big swing for strike two on Sandalbags. And of course that home run brought to you by Industry and their assortment of colognes, fragrances, perfumes, and really anything that smells good. Or if you're out on the town and someone wonders how you smell so good, you say, my dear, that's Industry. Sold wherever smells are found. Found wherever smells are sold. Smelled wherever founds are sold. You know what? Something like that. 2 outs. It's going to be Ghost Hill down, grabbing that one from the grass and making it to a double for Daisy. End of 2, tied at 1. Just like that between the Presbyterians and the Debonairs. It's a bit of a local rivalry. I suppose Pittsburgh and Toledo is not too far from one another. And that is, only a couple hours drive. About, I think just under 250 miles apart. So I guess it's about as local as you can get. I guess if you're riding on the steam train, that would be a little bit differently, and that's going to be an easy catch made by Welch Booper. He's getting a lot of work out here, but that's going to go over the low fence in left field, and that's going to be to Industry, and the Debonairs will take the lead yet again. Stomping on home plate, in fact, is blithely cartwheeling his second home run of the season. And Turf Tambus swinging at strike one. That's that one high and foul. Even further foul into the first base line seats. Gets through the legs of Hunis. And he is goes out to Froth Loins out in the center field. And he is on with a single is Tamba. Here is Joe Nelly. Joe Nelly hits that one foul. And there's going to be a steal attempt. It looks like it'd be plenty of time. No, they couldn't get the glove down in time. Cutlets. The throw was on time and on target, but the tag could not be made. And Tamba, the second baseman, will be in with the stolen base. It'll be an easily popped up ball caught by Condom Funnel. And the Debonairs still get another one on the board to regain the lead here in the top of the third. And Tuba Hunis will start things off for the Presbyterians, the pitcher spot, 9th in the lineup. And he takes one right off the hip, and you can hear this home crowd not happy about that, and they are shaming, they are just hurtling shameful things onto Catfish Hunter. We'll see if that can rattle him. He's going to have to tread very lightly, especially in Pittsburgh. Should he stay any longer? Blithely cartwheeling to Tamba, the Dullable Daisy. The fancy Dan double play is made, and the bases are cleared for the Presbyterians. Bring up Condom Funnel, 2 outs. He's going to pop that one up straight into the air. It's going to be Hunter in foul territory, and a bit of a passive-aggressive confrontation between Funnel and Hunter, as he kind of gave a bit of a look, maybe stared him down, a little intimidation, make sure he made that catch, made him earn it. And anyway, the inning is over, top of the fourth. It is Dimples Bugby, and Lactavius with the throw to Bobway for the first out of the inning. Looking a bit terrified. Ghost Hill down. It's that one foul. Hunis. That's a second one in a row. A second foul tip. Ball 1-2 the count. And that should be easily playable by Hunis. Takes a second to set himself. Throws to Bobway. And the out is recorded. Here's Glenjamin Lodhouse with 2 outs. The left fielder. Gonna fly that one out into center field. Froth Lawrence gets under it, and that's gonna be the middle of the fourth, and the Presbyterians are up to bat yet again to face Catfish Hunter. It's starting off with Jimmy Soup Cutlets, who had the double to start things off. Cutlets, one of the better batsmen for the Presbyterians. He's batting .406. He's actually got the highest average of any of the regular starters. 6 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Majority of his hits are pretty much singles. And a couple doubles sprinkled in there, but he's known for getting on base and being brought home by others. He's crossed home plate more than any other Presbyterian this season. 20 times he has scored a run. Good at getting on base, good at starting the momentum up for the Presbyterians. Perhaps seeing him moving to a spot of a leadoff hitter. And that's going to be a fancy Dan hit into to end the inning for the Presbyterians. A 0 on the board after starting so strongly. Here is Catfish Hunter. Top of the fifth for the Presbyterians, for the Debonairs, who really are just slowly coming into their own. You know, they've really been, they've really slowly started to find their feet. They fell so far behind in the first half of the season. They did take a couple of games from Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. They took 2 out of 3 in that. Then they had this season, they had taken 1 of the 2 from the Presbyterians. And that's going to be right into the glove of Froth Lawrence for out number 2. Here's Dollop O'Daisy. O'Daisy right behind Harry Tarkig. O'Daisy was the leadoff hitter himself. He's going to line that one right to Zimbabwe. Easily caught, and he steps in the bag just in case it was not registered as a line out. Never be too short. Here's Lavender Sandbags for the Presbyterians to get things started here in the bottom of the fifth for our home Pittsburgh team. I say runs and hits have been hard to come by relatively in this series, excuse me. 5-3 was the score when the Debonairs defeated the Presbyterians. 6-3 is how the Presbyterians finished off the game just last night. So again, nothing too high scoring. They're very valuable, the runs in this one, of course, and you know, it's very much something to take every hit and every run and make them matter. As we're going to see that, a 2-out single by Drew Mess, bringing up the pitcher, Tuba Hunis. And if Hunis can keep this inning alive, well, he's going to swing at that first one. Swing and miss on strike 2. And is going to strike out swinging. Well, unfortunately, the Drew Mess on base will not matter, as the top of the lineup will come up in the bottom of the sixth. But start things off. It's blithely cartwheeling with a home run earlier, facing Hunis. He's going to smash that one short of the warning track and into the glove of Walt Booper. There is Turf Tamba, second baseman and one of the strongest players on the Debonairs side. Batting .316 going into this game. He's going to increase that by doubling all the way back to the warning track and hitting the wall. It is fielded by Froth Loins, and Joe Nelly, the right fielder, coming up with a man on second, only 1 out. It's a chance for the Debonairs to really open this game up. I would hate to see that, of course, for the Presbyterians, who have been really flirting with a run at the championship as things are going. They're only 1 game, and that's going to be lined out right to Saddlebags. He goes for the fancy Dan, but tagging up immediately is the runner. Cutlets was ready for that, and this is going to be, that's going to be foul. I was going to say, if that fell fair, that would have been the easiest third out to record. And that's going to drop just short to Froth Loins. The throw home might be in time. Yes, it's going to be 3-1. And that's going to move the runner to second base. That puts Bugby on second. And with two outs, Big hit for Jimmy Soup Cutlets, catching it. Throw to Bobway. The out is recorded. The run is stopped. Another one on the board for the Debonairs. They lead 3-1 going into the bottom of the 6th with Welt Boopa coming up. And I know we did get word that that Philadelphia did lose to Boston earlier today. So I understand that Pittsburgh currently sit one game back off of Milwaukee, tied at the moment going into this game with the brown trousers. So Pittsburgh with a win could move into second place. And that's going to be caught out for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. Moving very fast is this game. And that is Turf Tamber going to field that one, make the throw to Dollop Daisy, and the 6th inning is complete with Tuba Hunis. Taking the mound to face Glenjamin Lodhouse. That is ball 1. He watches that one go by. Lodhouse again takes strike 2. Very bit timid. Not want to say he's very timid, but he's a bit selective in his swings. He's going to swing at that one for strike 2. 2-2 the count. And that's going to go right to Jimmy Soup Cutlets, making the throw out at first to Bobway. Here is Catfish Hunter, the pitcher spot. And that was going, well, he was going a little, I don't know if he remembers his hit by a pitch, but he was going a little ankle biting there. 2-1 as that's going to sail high. And Hunis, big swing from Hunter. I think Hunis would rather just get the strikeout. He does get it. Out number 2. A strikeout to Hunter, and the top of the lineup with 2 outs. It's Harry Tarcake. He's going to line that one right to the glove of Lavender Sandalbags before it hits the ground. It is an out and a 0 on the board in the bottom of the 7th. We all can take a bit of a 7th inning stretch at the moment as Jim Bobway, and coming in to center field is Murphy Bed Sleepover. Murphy Bed Sleepover coming in off the bench to replace Harry Tarcake, and that's going to be out number 1. Bring up Pope Lactavius III. Again, hits have been hard to come by in this game. Catfish Hunter. Not who we expected to see such a great pitching performance from. He's been easily one of the weaker pitchers in the rotation for the Debonairs. He's coming really into his own. He's going to get a strikeout of Pope Lactavius III. Not something we typically see that often. And with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, here's Lavender Sandalbags. Big swing of Sandalbags. It's very foul unless the right fielder can get under it. He cannot. It's into the stands. It is a first strike. A second one for 1-2 the count. And Hunter strikes him out swinging to end the inning. What a performance for Catfish Hunter at this moment. And starting things off, that's going to be Dalapo Daisy. Fouls that one deep into, almost into the outfield, but I guess deep down the first base line. Cheap seats. And that's going to be ball 1. He's at 1-2 count. That's going to drop into the gap between left and center. It's going to be a double for O'Daisy. Welt Boopa has to make the throw. And they keep him from getting 3. This is a very triple-friendly park. So the Presbyterian outfielders do know to prevent it when they can. And it's blithely cartwheeling, smashing that one into third base. And Lactavius III sets himself, gets the first out. The runner moves to third. And Hunis' day will be over. Here comes Boat Velocidad facing Turf Tamber. And on the first pitch, he gives up a single. Perhaps more. It's going to be a double. 1 run will score. It's 4-1. And that is a double for Tamber, as blithely cartwheeling does score. 1 out. Top of the 8th, and it is Joe Nelly. 1-1, takes ball 1. It's high. That one is inside for ball 2. And that one just got on the inside edge of the strike zone for strike 2. Nelly's going to swing at that one. It's going to go right to the shortstop. Cutlets makes the throw to Bobway. The runner moves to third base. But with 2 outs, here comes Dimples Bugby. And that is going to just dribble foul right in front of the catcher, Drew Mess. Big swing from Bugby. A bit of an ill-advised swing. I think that would have been low. He's going to swing again and strike out, leaving the man on third, but putting another run on the board for the Debonairs. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians now find themselves in a 3-run hole, with Froth Loins coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Blithely Cartwheeling will take it to the bench, and Yup Turtles will be coming in at shortstop. Puts Ghost Hill down on third base. It has it. And that's going to be going right to Turtles. And he makes the throw for out number 2 to Daisy. Boat Velocidad probably will be coming out for Mermal Spep. And he just sends that right to the midsection of Hunter. He's still down. And Warden Lobster will come in for to pitch here in the top of the 9th. I got to imagine, goodness me, Ghost Hill down, Lard House, and there's an injury to Catfish Hunter. I imagine he was going to come out to for a pinch hitter anyway, but we'll have to see what happens. Glenjamin Lardhouse on out number 1 for the Debonairs. Here is strike number 1. Warden Lobster gets him striking, swinging again and again and again. Big late swing for Lardhouse, and Warden Lobster, my knowledge, that is his first strikeout. I don't know. Kerrick Burns is going to come in as a pinch hitter for Catfish Hunter. Can't say that was not in the plans anyway. Here in the top of the 9th, as I imagine the Debonairs can go to their closer, Winthrop Honeysuckle, who I imagine is working out in the bullpen. Not Warden Lobster has only pitched in 2 games, 3 innings. So I must say, this is a good appearance for Warden Lobster. We'd like to see a little bit more from him. And that is going to be an easy out to first base. And Winthrop Honeysuckle will come in for the close and a potential save opportunity. But we got to hope that Will Cooper, Condom Funnel, and Jimmy Sue Cutlets, the top of the order for the Presbyterians, can get things going just a little bit. A little bit of a rally in the bottom of the 9th would be lovely. That's going to make contact, but it's going to fall into the glove of Murphy Bed Sleepover in about midway through, midway into center field. Here is Condom Funnel. That is going to be a ground ball going foul. Makes contact on that one. Calling it off is Joe Nelly in right field, and he gets the grab. 3 pitches, 2 outs. It all comes down to Jimmy Soup Cutlets to keep this game alive for the Presbyterians. And he's going to hit that one with a vigor. Is it going to go far enough? It is going to be played off the wall by Sleepover. And, well, Jimmy Soup Cutlets is on second base. There are 2 outs. This would be quite the rally, as Jim Bobway, who has not had the best of days, is going to not make contact that well. Honeysuckle, the throw to O'Daisy, and the New Ohio Debonairs get the win, taking the series 2-1 and trying to dig themselves out of last place in the Continental League. It is not a good result for the Presbyterians, but nonetheless, we do acknowledge that the final score, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians 1 run off 5 hits. They fall to the New Ohio Debonairs 4 runs off 9 hits. And 1 error recorded for the Presbyterians. That is your box score. That is your line score. The box score, of course, will be found in your afternoon papers tomorrow. The winning pitcher goes to Catfish Hunter, his second win as a pitcher on the season. But Tuba Hunis gets the loss for the Presbyterians. That is his second loss on the season. He drops to 4-2 with Catfish Hunter going to 2-5. Winthrop Honeysuckle gets the save, his first save situation of the season. And only the second save recorded by the Debonairs all season long. Bit surprising to see. But nonetheless, we go over to our finest dandies of the day, brought to you by the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company. Reminding you, as always, to smoke wheat every day. And it, of course, is Pope Lactavius III, the third finest dandy, with a home run for the Presbyterians. The second finest dandy goes to Catfish Hunter, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, only 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. Great day for Catfish Hunter. Hunter ended in tragedy with a line drive hitting him right in the solar plexus. But our finest dandy of the day goes to Turf Tamba of the New Ohio Debonairs, going 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and a stolen base. Bully to him, as the Debonairs will try to continue their winning ways with a trip to Chicago. And they have a road trip that continues on with a 3-game series against the Chicago Teetotalers, whereas the Pittsburgh Presbyterians stay at home and welcome the Boston Ruffians for a 3-game series to Presbyterian Park. We look forward to those games, and we look forward to Pittsburgh getting back to their winning ways. Until then, my name is Steve Chuckroast. This has been KDKA, Pittsburgh Presbyterian Radio. We hope you do enjoy your weekend coming up, and we will see you back here at Presbyterian Park for more Presbyterian baseball. I bid you a good night.